Vancouver Island Soccer League. When it comes to the top division of the Vancouver Island Soccer League, there is a distinct chance this might be Vic West's world and we're all simply living in it. Hello everyone, my name is Richard and welcome to the 2026 edition of the Sir John Jackson Cup. 2025 saw Vic West win their 25th Jackson Cup, extending what can only be called a modern-day dynasty as they three-peat themselves to haul in the silverware. Their opponents this year, Lake Hill FC. This is actually a rematch of the 2023 Sir John Jackson Cup final. Obviously, Vic West won in that time, but there's no guarantee. Cup finals are where upsets happen, where giants can be slain. It will be a tough order for Lake Hill to slay this giant, though. Vic West are led by Salem Almarty with 25 goals on the season. Vic West's overall goal haul was in the 90s for an undefeated season. They'd love to add a second trophy. Lake Hill would love to stop them. Lake Hill actually won 4 trophies in the 2010s. For their only 4 trophies, actually. They'd love a 5th. Vic West would love a 26th. Will they get it? We'll find out next.
Malahat Skywalk for the ultimate Vancouver Island experience.
When did sleep become a weakness? Hustle, bustle, grind, live it up. Sleep when you're dead, they say. Well, I say hard pass. When you crush sleep, you're sharper, funnier, and way less likely to flip out when someone nukes fish in the office microwave. Dude, that smell. So next time you feel guilty for catching those Z's, hit snooze. Let's stop sleep shaming.
While you wait, can I offer you a snack? Oh, you brought your own Armstrong cheese.
Yeah, we always bring our own.
It's okay to bring your own Armstrong cheese.
Malahat Skywalk for the ultimate Vancouver Island experience.
We earn a living by making people laugh, but touring Canada in winter is no joke. Follow us as we explore 5 unforgettable stops on this wild ride.
Watch Snowed In Comedy Tour, Saturdays at 9 p.m. on CHEK and CHEK Plus.
As the captains meet at midfield for the opening coin toss, we get ready for the 2026 Sir John Jackson Cup. Starting lineups for both sides. For the defending Cup champs, Vic West, no shocker, Salem Almarty starts up front, joined by Victor Chen, Kalen Cook, Hatim El-Azari, Ibrahim Esletni, Jag Greenwald, Fergus Hall, Marco Illich in goal, Damien Jamal Olander, Elo McDonald, Cohen Meni, Daniel Pritchard, Javi Sagaste, Isaac Tate, and Dorian Toison. Ian Wibley as well, unsurprisingly, the second highest league goal scorer with 20 goals behind teammate Almarty's 25. For Lake Hill, Cedric Abba on this one. No Matthew Olaka for this one. Their league-leading goal scorer does not make the 18 for this one. Craig Gorman does, though, and those of you with knowledge of UVic's histories know all about Scorman and Gorman. Reese Gertson, Reese Foster, Jairus Grant, Daniel McCaskill, Stefan Masitis, Jonas Smith, Cade Tsushima, and Aiden Taylor make up the outfield, and Jared Paris has the duties in goal for Lake Hill. Lake Hill in the red kit with black shorts on your broadcast left. Vic West in their black and white with green trim on your broadcast right, and we are underway. Is this Cup 26 for Vic West, or does Lake Hill get their 5th, their first since 2016? It's a year of back-to-back Cups for Lake Hill. They'd won the 2015 edition as well. Lake Hill up the opening kick in this first half. An attempt to move up the midfield. run into a wall of black jerseys, and they'll try to go over the top, but no such luck, and they will retreat. Elliot Mitru was the goalkeeper for the 2025 edition. Many UVic stalwarts on that team, and indeed, there's a long UVic connection to this Vic West side as well. Mitru wearing the #1 kit in goal. No shocker there. Ibrahim is letting at the left back there, and now they will turn Will Lakehill. Cedric Abba in midfield. Immediately run down. So flare it out. Long back pass from Darius Grant to Jared Paris, who will pop that up. Down by Cedric Abba. Throw in on the far side there for Lake Hill as attempt to sprint down the far side. Immediately met and blocked out. Damien Jamal Olander on defensive duties on that right side. Wants to run that whole thing again. And there is Salem Almarty, 9. The big goal scorer, the danger man. Whichever phrase you want to use. Lake Hill ignores Almarty at their own peril. Thrown to the area. Met and cleared. Sletny. Lake Hill quick to intercept, but overrunning in midfield. Strong defense in midfield by Vic West. And they immediately move back up the pitch. Wibley doing the great work there on the near side. Not a surprise there. Victor Chen plays it out to the left. Isaac Tate holding court on the left-hand side, and it will be an early set piece here for Vic West as they will get to work from the corner. And rest assured, folks, we are not on fire. That is the cooking tent. It smells delicious. But we are such professionals, we will sit above hot cooking food all day and not so much as blink, because there is a match going on right now. Headed down and cleared at the line. Already Vic West, edge of the area, and there might have been some thoughts about a foul there, and some of the Vic West players are questioning why that wasn't a call. But regardless, ball rolls out for a throw as Cade Tsukushima, a little bit of contact there, walks away unscathed. Greg Gorman gets some help. Strong one there from Cedric Abba. Abba going up the left, looking for help, finds it. Tsukushima goes central. Ball doesn't follow him though. Now they'll try. A little flick there. Gorman trying to sneak in on the back shoulder. Nothing doing. And on this near side, switching up there, Jonas Smith. Goes down. Referee still not calling that. So we're seeing the early tenor of how this game is going to be called. Let the players decide it.
Contact sport.
They go up the right now to Vic West. Almarty holding up as he does, waiting for help. Ends up winning the throw in. A little deflection. Chen. Sletny.
Yeah, you see Jared. Take care, buddy.
Dorian Tuezon, his partner at center back there, as they look to slowly march up the field. Some thoughts there about perhaps an offside, but nothing doing. As the ball goes through on the left, but that's a slow roller to the waiting mitts of Jared Paris. You have to think Paris will be having a busy day in net. One that I'm sure he will be eager to test himself with. Central we go. Sorry. Room up the right. Netton sent back. Going keeping an eye. They'll instead go even further back. Now this is Chen on the left. Over the top, looking for the run to Wibley. Tate make that. Another set piece on this near side for Vic West. And no rush here for Vic West as they look to try and control the pace early. They've been in the attacking end plenty. Undoubtedly, they would like to try and camp here as much as they can as they get their second corner. Only 7 minutes in. Tate showing short. They'll go directly for the 6-yard box for this one. Edge of it, flicked clear. Actually, that might have come off of one of Isletny or Almardi. Either way, second phase ball being queued up here. Danger not over for Lake Hill as another long float to the box to the back post this time, but two confident hands from Paris. I'm sure it goes no further. I'll try going direct here with Lake Hill. Daniel Pritchard underneath that one. It's over to Victor Chen. Isletny providing help there on the back line. And referee will call for that one as the flag goes up for offside. High line from Lake Hill paying off there. Hill's going to have to be on their absolute best defensive game here. As I mentioned off the top, 93 goals over the course of the regular season for Vic West in their 16-1-0 campaign. Which, interestingly enough, 15-0-1 last season. How do you improve on 15 wins and 1 loss? Go 16 wins and no losses. And then score about 20 more goals in the process. 17 against, 93 for, goal difference of plus 76. Absolutely maddening numbers from Vic West. Called on that play, and Lake Hill will build up from the back. There quickly and disposed of by Isletny. Chance to turn things around. Tate coming back to help. These are wide for Chen. Pritchard now from the right, goes central. Some help from Twiz on there, over to Chen. And now this is Tate in his corner. Once again, winning possession one way or another. It's going to be, you have to think, difficult time on that near side. any player in red who happens to be in the path of Tate. It's also where Wibley can set up if he wants to get a good cross in, or at least we play off Tate, bring in Almarty. Meanwhile, on the far side, Jamal Olander doing well. Cross that back in. There is Almarty. Zletny, and 1-2 with Almarty, who's dropped deep here. Chen on the left. Low hit there off the turf. And unfortunately, not able to keep that in play. Decent effort there from Damien Jamal Olander. A bit of a rare miscue there. Ibrahim Zletny. Chance for Lakehill now to build out. So Reese Foster on the far side there, sending it back to his keeper. Jamal Olander sends that back to Pritchard. Zletny. And Chen. Oh, nice little move there, a little touch back to send Jonas Smith running past. Chen will go for pace here. Try and leave Sugashima in the dust. Tate. And cycle this back. Vic West feeling like they can control the pace here, keep things well under control. Meanwhile, that ball from Zletny. The target was a Team Elazari. Never made it through. But Lakehill not able to capitalize. Pritchard looks long. Toe in there by Jarvis Grant, but he's allowed Tate to get past him. There's the cross first time, and it falls kindly. No one there to pick it up. Above trying to get in to keep it from Almarty, and he does. And the initial danger passes more or less uneventfully. Lazari. A little high pressure there by Sugashima. Pritchard past Gorman. Down by Almarty. Gets the return. It's a little bit off of his feet. Battles through to win it. Deflected. Looking for Wibley. He makes it through. And Lakehill chance to move away from this. This is Abah. Looking for Gorman on the overlap. It's a little bit out of his reach though. And Pritchard will send that back to Mitru. Abah puts the pressure on. Forces the early play. And Sugashima, the beneficiary of it. That back pass is a little bit light. And Grant has to move quickly. Wibley, who got a leg on it. It's Reese Gertson. That over to Grant. We'll again try and play this from the keeper. It's the double Reese back line here for Lakehill. Reese Foster and Reese Gertson. Nabah will likely be called on to be that speedy option in midfield. Smith sending back as the defensive midfield. Foster and Gertson playing with Paris here. Try again, but this time a little bit of a loose touch. As you can see the build starting to happen there. Lakehill are starting to grow into this game after the initial press from Vic West, and admittedly that would be an intimidating sight to see Vic West bearing down on you with everything they have. But so far, they seem to have survived. Pritchard now for Vic West. Well, flag does go up for offside. Wibley and Almarty had options. Were joined in that attack. Looks like Javi Sagasti had moved up to join them. Actually, Sagasti now coming up from defensive mid. The lower lying playmaker is Sagasti, which if anyone who's watched him play with UVic over the years, that is where he likes to sit. It's Dorian Tuezon who's moved up actually from the higher level of the midfield to be an attacking 3. Strong challenge on the far side there. And a little shove in the back that time from Jamal Olander. So to clarify from the opening there, the proper starting 11s for both sides. You can see here the contact here as no way through there for Daniel McCaskill. But he does eventually find a little bit of daylight around Jamal Olander and wins the free kick in the process. So to clarify the starting lineups for both sides, for Vic West in the black kit, white shorts with green trim, Elliot Mitru in goal, Damien Jamal Olander, Daniel Pritchard, Ibrahim Isletny, and Victor Chen on the back line. Midfield of Hatim El Azari, Javi Sagaste, Dorian Tuezon, and Isaac Tate. And up front, Salem Almardi and Ian Whibley. Take a look at it here as, once again, Lakehill playing with no fear is a little bit of a touch there, as you can see. Tate getting in a battle with Jarris Grant at the other end of the pitch this time, but Grant ultimately overcommits. He's assessed the foul, and Lakehill will now have to watch Vic West build up. There's once again a long ball looking for Tate. That's been the early breadwinner there for Hatim El Azari. And now Whibley following it up. Back to the edge of the box, cleared. Not completely. And now, a bit of contact there. No call though, but the ball does come loose. Paris had to move quickly there. And there was contact, looks like, between Whibley and Paris. We'll come over to check to be sure. And no worse for wear there is Paris. As always, with a chance of goalkeeper or injury or head injury, referee stops play. And you can see right there, there is the contact, cleat to head. Right at the front of the face there, right on the temple. Well, Abbas steps on the ball, trying to keep it under control there. Promising attack now suddenly becomes a chance for Vic West to go, but that's well read. Dealt with by Aiden Taylor. It will go long. They see Sugishima on the far side, and it's a good idea. Ultimately, not within range. The midfielder turned winger. Team Elisari. On the deck for Chen. Chen. Back to Isletny. Isletny goes long. He sees a run he likes on the far side. Jamal Olander has that space. Had Sagasti, but he was under pressure. Pritchard instead. Past Gorman to Isletny. And return ball here with El Azari. Once again, Vic West under no real urgency here. They want to pick their moment. This has been made very clear. They want the tempo of this game to their liking. And Vic West, for their part, or Lakehill for their part, are being selective about how and when they press. They are aware, undoubtedly, of the offensive threats posed up and down the pitch here from Vic West. They will need to be defensive at their absolute defensively most responsible. Try and get something out of this cup tie. A cup final, as it were. Sagaste. Isletny. Wants the run from Tate up the side. They've done this before. And Tate going one-on-one with Grant. Puts the cross in. Paris, there. Paris taking no chances whatsoever. He wants Gorman, but Isletny's in front of him. He's sliding in there. Coming up short was a wise decision. I appreciate the initiative there from Masitis to Had he followed through with that, that may have been the easiest yellow of the afternoon. Chen. Tway's on now from deep, helping out his back line, looking for Wibley. And that is cleared at the end there by Reese Gertzen. Has managed to keep it on the throw-in side of the corner flag. Grant initially trying to claim that it was his, but the assistant clearly signaled for the Vic West throw. Tate. Tsushima, that'll be a foul. Double whammy there, clipped him and put hands on him. And looks like they will put 2 in the wall, and the referee will pace this one off. Both Tate and Twayzon standing over this one. Two in the wall for Lake Hill. Plenty of options in the box for Vic West. Abba was the first one there. Gorman will slice it back out almost to the point of the foul and clear it the rest of the way. Now we'll try and chase after this. Pace here from Abba. Mitri's got to play this carefully, and he opts to go for height. And it's the right call. And in midfield by Foster. And sent back the other way. Gorman now putting Pritchard under pressure. Lander with the throw in back to get us started again. Pritchard to his Letney. Chen. Sagaste. Now the playmaker, or Twayzon, excuse me, Twayzon coming in deep as the playmaker. Trying to open something up in midfield. Slutney looking for Almardi over his head. He's not totally clear though. Joel Lander had done well to put pressure, and safe than sorry. Between Caskell and Smith, the option was to get it out of play. Throw in for Vic West. Pritchard to his Letney. Chen. Back going for a run here, playing a 1-2 with Wibley. Forcing the Lake Hill line further and further back. Chen will invert here to cover for the center back. Elazari also coming back to help. And that did indeed come off of a Lake Hill player, though they vociferously disagree at the bench. Ultimately, it will be Lake Hill to defend. Chen and Tsushima together of that one, and referee didn't like Chen's extra shove there. He will plead his case. It would be a Lake Hill free kick at the middle third of the pitch. "25 minutes gone in this one, halfway through the first half. The 2026 Sir John Jackson Cup final between Lake Hill Victorian Painters FC and Vic West FC. My name is Richard. Glad to be with you here for this one. Wonderful sunny day here at Leyritz. There's a better Saturday option than sunshine and good soccer. I have yet to see it. And we're certainly getting sunshine, and we're certainly getting good soccer. You saw the Tony Grover Cup earlier. That was a wonderful tilt between Cowichan and Vic West. And now we get what is already shaping up to be a fun tactical duel here, as Vic West look for 4 in a row. They're 26th all time. Long ball there, asking Marty to run onto it, and Aiden Taylor has absolutely no problems whatsoever but getting that out of play. Responsible defending there, no nonsense. Break up the attack however you can. The order of the day here. Jamal Lander. Nice little turn there from El-Azhari. Tway-Sung puts it back out wide. Crossed in. Met by Taylor. Ba. Backs into El-Azhari. Well covered. Comes. A little bit of contact there, and by a little bit, I mean that's a pretty clear foul in midfield. And there will be a talking to here. That might be that was your last warning. Chat to Kei Tsukushima. Has been involved in this first half, though perhaps not in the way that Lakeville Faithful would like, as there gets the up and over. And now comes the question of what to do here. Tway-Sung standing over this one. They have options forward. Al-Azhari, Wibley, Marty, and waiting for it instead is Gertson. Charging in now. Tate pops it up. Marty with the header. Taylor was waiting for it. And there will be a foul from outside the box as they build up to that play. The site of where the cross was delivered. There were some shouts for it. Referee allowed advantage. Play continued. And now it will be a very dangerous position for a free kick. Perhaps a bit too tight of an angle to go direct for goal. Though, short range corner or maybe some set piece trickery. Certainly not out of the cards. Two in the wall for Lake Hill. And secondary wall by Abbas slightly deeper. There's the third. It is low and cleared. And there is a bit of space here. There's only Chen back with this Jamal Lander sitting even further behind the midfield circle to provide a last screen before Mitru. But Lake Hill are unable to find a direct way through. They do win a foul in the build-up in the midfield battle. About as good a recovery as you could hope for from the Lake Hill side after conceding a dangerous corner to immediately turn around and charge back up pitch and win a foul in a good position. The long ball, but not able to make contact with that one. Caskill. Couldn't tell if he was more upset with himself or the delivery that was very close to the touchline. El-Azhari getting in front of Abba and does so enough. Abba called for the foul there. And they'll stop that there. And the attempted quick restart draws the referee's ire, and also the attempt to win back there from Masitis. The referee will ensure that the minimum space is given and that no unsporting behavior takes place. You can see that this has been a fairly lenient refereeing performance. There's a lot of let the players sort it, call the things that need to be called, and implore them to be on their best behavior, as you saw there. Pritchard restarts. Al-Azhari, watched by Gorman. Fairly consistent battle in more areas of midfield here. Avi Sagaste. First time ball over top. He's looking for Wibley. Tway-Sung pops that one up. He's found Al-Marty, who's on side. 1-on-2 here. The marking scheme is pretty clear. And a little shoulder barge as well, which the referee does not approve of. The argument there from Lake Hill is it was shoulder to shoulder, and from the referee's point of view, it was unnecessary force applied despite the shoulder to shoulder. And to be fair, it is Al-Marty. You have to give him nothing. And Jarvis Grant, a little bit through the back there. It was shoulder to back more than shoulder to shoulder. on replay. Fair foul to call. Very strange phrase, fair foul, but I digress. Ball's been paced off by the referee. Half hour gone in this one. 0-0. Great pace to this cup final. Good showing from both sides so far. Popped up. Punched clear. Danger not cleared though. Sagaste. Nice little touch to keep possession, but loses out to Gorman. And now can Lakehill get a counter from this? Oh, it's past Aba. Sugishima following up. Does get it forward. Chance for Aba now. Does manage to do a nice little hook to get past. Tate was there to try and screen. Lakehill on the counter though. They need to make this count. Sugishima up against Mitru. Mitru comes out best in that one. Meanwhile, collision in the box. Is that a penalty? It is. Lakehill have a penalty and a glorious chance to open the scoring. And we saw this. This has happened before where Vic West have conceded early and then turned around and found all the inspiration they needed. We'll see here, Mitru beats Sugishima cleanly, and Lazari steps in, and the little kick there makes contact. Down goes Foster. And there is your penalty. Lazari's arguing that there was far more in it from the defender, or from the attacking player than the defender. The referee is uninterested. Foul was called. And it's Gorman versus Mitru. You can draw the UVic connections up and down this pitch through multiple players. Who gets the better of these two alumni? Gorman versus Mitru. And it's Gorman! Scoring Gorman scored another one. 1-0 Lakehill in the 33rd minute. All it takes is a little bit of belief and a little moment to break things open. Vic West was always going to be the favorite in this one, but don't tell that to Lakehill. They believe they can do it. All you had to do was listen to the chants coming out of the dressing rooms before the game. Lakehill believe. And a penalty, one in the box by Foster. And Gorman does what he's done so many times before and found the back of the net. Vic West immediately back to the attack though, pressing Lakehill back. As you would expect. A little shimmy there from Chen. He looks for some space, chips it over the top. Not sure if that was meant to go on goal or if he was looking for a flick on, but either way, it is on target. Now Lakehill may have to weather a storm. If they weren't already before, there is another storm brewing that they will have to weather. Right at the very edge of the line, oh, does indeed go over. There's Jamal Orlando there trying to keep that one from going out of play. Ultimately, the bounce didn't quite go his way. And 10 minutes to go in the half, plus whatever the referee sees fit to add on. It's Lakehill to throw in. Pritchard quickly intercepting that one. Toison pops it up. Gorman. And watch that one go out of play, and we'll happily eat a few seconds here to allow the throw-in to take place. Craig Gorman in the 33rd minute with a goal from the penalty spot to put Lakehill up 1-0. Sagaste winning that one. Lazari, who conceded the penalty. Clipping Reese Foster in the box, according to the referee. Zletny to Sagaste. Creativity does another UVic alumnus have. He's looking for Wibley. Again, UVic connections everywhere up and down this pitch. And that time, a little bit too forceful in trying to challenge for the ball. And McCaskill goes to ground. You can see here, it's pretty clear the long ball is meant for Wibley, but Doesn't quite deal with the on-rushing defense of McCaskill as best as he could. And referee will undoubtedly note this for the time added on portion of the end of the first half. Jared Paris to get us restarted. Meanwhile, the other end of the pitch, it's a little bit too aggressive from Masitis against his defender, and Vic West will happily take a chance to organize something here. Sletny. For Chen, immediately pressured by Sugishima. Back it goes. This is a turn for Sagase, but he's triple teamed. And his opposing number 7, Abba, comes the other way. Pace for days with Cedric Abba, and he's still going. Great block at the last, though, from Pritchard. It'll be a corner, but Cedric Abba decided he wanted a piece of that goal-scoring action, and a driving run through midfield leaves Elazari for dust. Almost goes through Sletny, and only the diving stop there from Pritchard to force the corner prevents that ball from getting through to Mitru. We'll go for the short corner here, a little flick deflection. Gertzen trying to make the connection there, and it'll be out instead for a throw. Will they run the same set piece? No, they will retreat here, and they'll play a little more conservatively. It's the ball on the attacking end. Into the area they look. Oh, Abbas unmarked. But Mitru snags that one before it can reach the pacey striker, or midfielder, excuse me. Sletny sending it out wide. Actually switched sides now with Pritchard. Now comes the high press from Lake Hill. Gorman and Smith trying to force the issue. Damien Jamal-Olander not finding a way forward. Opts to go back to Sletny. One more time. Ways on Sagasti and Wibley all on that right side. Lazar has moved further up. Good duel there as Sagasti wins that back. Referee's still fine with it. The ball pops loose to Gorman. Turns and fires, but not with a lot of pace and definitely not much accuracy. That'll be a goal kick for Mitru. Pritchard coming now. Taking up Cantor on this left-hand side. I assume head coach Stuart Heath has seen something he likes more from the matchup with Pritchard on the left as opposed to the right. Jamal-Olander. See the idea there, try and knock it past his opposing mark there, past McCaskill. Too much on that. Harris will get the goal kick here. 5 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 Lake Hill. 33rd minute goal from Craig Gorman from penalty spot. And Lake Hill will absolutely love it if they can walk into halftime with a lead. And that said, an angry and motivated Vic West is a even more dangerous foe than an everyday Vic West. Degree of difficulty ramps up the longer this goes. Abba is back, still holding possession. Lake Hill managed to avoid the press. Good marking here from Vic West in the midfield to stop any attack buildup. They win that one back and win the foul as well. Combination of Masitis, Gorman trying to win that one free. Unable to. Chen. Sagasti. Sletny. Pritchard. One touch ball there to find Jamal Lander. They'll pick their moment again here. Pritchard. Now they'll go long. They see Tate making the run on the left. Great ball right to Boots. There's the cross to Marty. And the header misses the net. Actually stays in play as well, and it'll be cleared. So Kurtzen making absolutely sure. Be thrown back in by Chen.
He won, for God's sake.
Pritchard to Sletny.
One on the field, he wins the burger. God,
Jamal Lander.
thank you.
Sletny, watched by Gorman. Tate. Treats pick up that one. Sugishima closes him down. Pritchard. Shakes off Gorman. Now gets to Sletny. Twazon leaps the challenge. Still Vic West ball here. And well won there. It'll be a throw in on the far side as Damian Jamal Lander doing what he can on that far side. And the ball is in the net, although unfortunately it's not a net in play. Alzari. And there's Jamal Lander's cross. Once Almardi. Kurtzen had some dissenting opinions about who should be getting that ball, and it ends up going out for a corner. Late corner here for Vic West. 3 minutes to go in the half. Plus whatever the referee sees fit to add on. And it will be Team Elisari with the delivery caught by Paris. In tight quarters too. Whibley was right there looking for anything. Abba. Well met there by Jamal Lander. Twazon. Make her way through that far side. Tate having crossed over and switched wings here. Possibly as a result of the set piece, or maybe a deliberate choice here. Try and overload the side. Either way, Sagaste. On the deck for Chen. Chen with the right boot, blocked by Sugishimi. And Sugishima continues to be involved on this near side. After the attempts by Vic West to do anything from this area of the pitch without incident. The ball was thrown in to help the retrieve the thrown-in ball to decide which one we're using now, and now Chen up the throw-in, goes short. Whibley turns, sets it up. Twazon. Almardi immediately triple-teamed. Nabah now a chance to counter. Gorman up ahead of him. That's a good back check though from Team Elisari. Tate is there to make sure it stays in play. Pritchard. Sagasti was an option. He liked his Letney instead. Twazon is there as well. All the way back to Mitru. Letney goes long. Almardi not able to get there before Aiden Taylor removes it from play. About 30 seconds left in regular time, plus whatever the referee sees fit to add on. Min Jamal Olander opts to go for pace here, sliding in. Authoritative tackle from Jarris Grant. Tate's throw in, finds Whibley. The immediate return with a tangle of bodies. And the referee gives that the way of Vic West, taken quickly. Jamal Olander. The cross, popped up and cleared. Gorman. Little tap to start the counter here. There's unfortunately not much room to move there for Jonas Smith. Throw-in does go the way of Lake Hill, though, and they will eat whatever seconds they can for continuing the attack. Gorman unable to keep that one in play. Sletny. Direct as you like, Route 1 football here. Waiting for it was Twazon. Tate. Little cross step over there trying to throw off Paris or Grant McDadden. And Paris with the punch. Good parry by Paris. And the referee decides 1 minute of time added on is enough. After 45 minutes, it is Lake Hill 1, Vic West 0. The goal for Lake Hill Victorian Painters FC coming from the penalty spot from Craig Gorman. After the foul on Reese Foster by Hatim El-Azari. Let's take a look here. Lake Hill are going to be absolutely thrilled with this scoreline. Though, as mentioned before, an angry Vic West is not a team you take lightly. Is there. Attempted clearance blocked by Whibley. Wasn't able to do anything with it, though. The battle on the wings, though, has been ever-present for both sides. Brief contact there as Whibley clipped the face of the goalkeeper, Jared Paris. Tsushima, you saw there, has been buzzing around everybody he can find. So far, although he has been reprimanded by the referee once. Here's the foul. There it is, the little clip from El-Azari. Well, he pleaded his case. It was for nothing, and Craig Gorman with the calm, collected penalty. Meanwhile, how about Cedric Abba? Pace for days from midfield. And we can see right at the end of the half there, Jared Paris, alert goalkeeping to make sure it stays Lake Hill Victorian Painters FC 1, Vic West FC 0. We'll be back with more from the Sir John Jackson Cup final after this.
Malahat Skywalk for the ultimate Vancouver Island experience.
As Sam spilled the drama, Shelley took her first sip and responded, "Whoa, that's actually like really delicious." Because when your small premium roast coffee's actually rich, actually smooth, and actually $1, it must be McCafe.
This is JTV. This is JTV, and this is JTV. Shop JTV Jewelry Television and JTV.com for amazing jewelry looks at unbelievable prices. Every style, every color, everything you love about jewelry. This is JTV.
Malahat Skywalk for the ultimate Vancouver Island experience.
On the next, Our Native Land.
Look into my phone and talk to people and tell them stories all around British Columbia as my job.
Salaman, Clahus, Hamalko.
Getting somebody into the story quickly is really what I do.
Our Native Land, Saturdays at 6:30 on CHEK and CHEK Plus.
Halftime at the Sir John Jackson Cup Final 2026. I'm here with Joshua Hart, the Executive Director of the Vancouver Island Soccer League. Joshua, how are you liking the match so far?
Great advertisement for the Vancouver Island Soccer League. Not the highest scoring so far, but two good teams, both I think with clear plans. And the second half will be very interesting.
If history repeats itself, there will be more Vic West goals. It's usually only a matter of time, but let's not count out Lake Hill. They seem to know what they're doing so far. How overall, setting aside the cup for itself, how did you like the performance in the Div 1 for the league this year?
I think it's as good as expected. I mean, really, Vic West is so dominant. The rest of the league came in really strong in the second half in terms of second, third, fourth, fifth. Competing for that final provincial spot, which this year was fifth place, was very tight. And a lot of teams were still in it with 1-2 games to go. And even the relegation wasn't confirmed until quite late. So it was very competitive.
You always like seeing a good battle at the top and bottom of the table right up to the last day. Makes things that much more exciting. On that note, looking to the future, how are you seeing the league shaping up for 2027, 2028 and beyond?
I mean, next year, I think it'll be more of the same. I mean, we've got a lot of good coaches in place, good teams, good clubs, and with the structure we have in place for this year, I think that'll continue for next year. Vince Greco did a really professional job of improving this league, and I'd like to think for next year and the years beyond, it'll continue to grow and improve.
Well, if the Cup finals in the last few years are any indication, it's only going to get better with time. Joshua Hart, thank you so much for joining us. More from the Sir John Jackson Cup after this.
Malahat Skywalk for the ultimate Vancouver Island experience.
Is Astro really 100% natural? Canadian milk, cream, and cultures. Just 3 simple ingredients.
Astro Original. Simple and 100% natural. Seriously.
My very own mini stick. Sweet.
Round the bend. Try check. Ref. He shoots. He scores. NHL Star Sticks meal. Only at McDonald's.
That was weird.
How do you measure a country? By those who build it. For 60 years, the measure of F-Series hasn't been the trucks. It's been the people who depend on them. Now get $6,500 in rebates on this F-150.
Malahat Skywalk for the ultimate Vancouver Island experience.
This week on Political Capital, Aboriginal title landing on private property appraisals, new polling, and Hoodiegate. Our panel breaks it all down Sundays on CHEK and wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by Uber Canada.
It's a fine day to sit out on the grass at Leyritz and watch some Cup final soccer. Those people have got the exact right idea here as it's halftime in the 2026 Sir John Jackson Cup final. Lake Hill FC up 1-0 over the 3-time defending champs, Vic West FC. Vic West again going for their 26th Sir John Jackson Cup. They won the second one ever back in 1916. To give you an idea of the longevity of this tournament. The Saanich Thistles won the first one in 2015. And then Vic West began carving their name in history. In the 110 years, they've run 108 cups. There have only been 2 that have been missed. Once due to war, and once due to COVID. And the rest of the time, the history of the long history of soccer on the island has been written one cup final at a time. As you can see on the bench there is Vic West in their black and white with green trim kit today. Etiel Marty in the center talking things over with coaches. To our left, that would be El Azari. Conceded the foul that gave up the penalty, which Craig Gorman duly scored to give us the 1-0 scoreline we sit at coming out of the halftime break. Vic West's strategy has been so far to really rely on Route 1, rely on the strength of their attacking core. The likes of Salem Almardi, the likes of Ian Wibley, Isaac Tate on the left. They have playmaking ability in this midfield. Sagaste and Tuezon provide that. Alzari has been active as a defensive shield in front of a back line. Jamal Olander, Pritchard, Isletny, and Chen. Meanwhile for Lakehill, as the subs keep themselves warm in case they are called on, and there's a good chance they will be. All reinforcements welcome here. It's a matter of holding on and maybe grabbing a second one should the opportunity present itself. Against a team as lethal as Vic West, you have to take every single chance you're given. And Lakehill have done that. On the bench for Lakehill, incidentally, they have Alessandro Boggio, Tyler Milton, Joe Seward, Carter Anderson, Chris Peerboom, and one of their youth players, Josh Hobbs, on the bench for this one. For Vic West, it's Kalen Cook, Jag Grewal, Fergus Hall, Marco Illich is the backup goalkeeper, Elo McDonald, Cone Meny, Patrick Nelson. Again, the connections up and down for you, Vic. We all know what Patty Nelson can do and given a chance. Who's going to be coming off the bench and providing that heroic spark for this one? We'll have to wait and see. As mentioned earlier, this is not the first time these two have met in a cup final, even in recent memory. It was Lakehill and Vic West in the Sir John Jackson Cup final in 2013. And again, that was Vic West winning that one. Goals from Kalen Cook, 2 of them, as a matter of fact, from Kalen Cook. Let's get some of the highlights from the first half. Again, this battle out wide is something to keep an eye on as we go further into this game. A lot of the direct football ends up moving out wide. So you'll see the likes of Tate and Grant going on one-on-one duels here, as some of those duels, as you can see here, have been fairly involved, such as that one. To be fair, fouling Salem Almardi is one of the few ways to stop him, so there is the clip that we talked about earlier. Brought down Reese Foster, and then Gorman, calm and collected as he's done many times before, finds the back of the net from the penalty spot. Cedric Abba, who has done nothing but cause trouble when running up from midfield. And a nice, good fisted punch there from Jared Paris to see the half out. There's another teasing cross hung over the goal mouth. As the referee brings the game ball back out to midfield, we are about ready to get started here. The Vic West players are on the pitch. We are awaiting the arrival of Lakehill, and now here they come from our broadcast right. Lakehill in their red kit with red socks and black shorts on the broadcast right. On our broadcast left in their black kit with white shorts and green trim, Vic West FC. And you have to imagine the halftime talk here is pretty simple. Keep doing what you're doing if you're Lakehill. Keep shutting down the big guns. And if you're Vic West, remind the team that there are indeed some massive guns that can be fired from this side. Talked about Almardi and Wibley's goal-scoring prowess. They have not shied away from doing that. Kalen Cook is another one to watch for. Tuezon chipped in 13 from league play. The likes right there, you saw 22 Aiden Taylor. The likes of Taylor are going to be required to be as sharp as attack here, because even the slightest slip against a team as dangerous as Vic West, that's all the space they're going to need. And Wibley there standing at midfield. And are we seeing we might be seeing some subs at halftime here, as I see Sugishima has left the pitch. Oh, no, we're going to take some practice gear off. That's fine then. So believe we start the half with the same teams that we left off with. Although I do see one potential option. Nope, just getting up to get the legs stretched. That's fine then. So as best as we can tell, the 11 for both sides as it stands for Vic West currently about to kick off. Elliot Mitru in goal. Damien Jamal Alander, Daniel Pritchard, Ibrahim Esletni, and Victor Chen on the back. Then Hatim El Azari, Javi Sagaste, and Darian Tuezon in midfield. Then Isaac Tate, Salem Almardi, and Ian Wibley up front in a 4-3-3. And for Lake Hill Victorian Painters, Jared Paris in goal, Aiden Taylor, Reese Foster, Reese Gertson, and Yaris Grant at the back. Jonas Smith, Cedric Abba, Daniel McCaskill, and Stefan Masitis. And then Craig Gorman and Cade Tsushima up front. There's the whistle and there's the kick. We are underway. It's the second half. The 2026 Sir John Jackson Cup final. Vic West down a goal. And they look ready to start the possession train that they had before. With Jamal Alander here on the near side. Already getting that duel reacquainted. It's Pritchard now on the right side of defense. He and Esletni had swapped at the end of the second half. They've gone back to their starting positions now. Great run here by Tate up the side. Wibley make that. Is on the edge of the box. Tuezon now helping out. Wondered if there was going to be a sub. There was indeed one. They snuck that one in. We'll get to that in just a second here as Almardi does do well to step past, move into space, crosses it, headed clear. And then with no nonsense, out to midfield and out to touch for a throw-in. So the player with the ball now, number 24 in black, Cohen Meny, has entered the fray. And Meny will have a set of instructions, I would imagine. Shut everything down. So foul committed there in the build-up on the attack. And this will call up Jared Paris to remove the ball from the area. A little bit of a clip there as Jamal Alander was coming through the back. And now Lake Hill. The ball was attempted to run through. Pritchard was wise to it and goes over the top. There's the direct play they've been looking for. Tate has space here up against Grant. Puts the cross in, headed clear. A flying header from Abba. Cedric Abba, what can you do here? Twisting and turning, trying to get past Meny. Can't do it, and it's well won as a throw-in in favor of Vic West. Wibley. Waiting for that one was Gertson, who decided, no, we're just going to thump this directly back out of play. Thank you very much. Looks like in that substitution earlier, Meny was brought in for Victor Chen, who's now back on the subs bench. Disagreement there about how that throw was supposed to go, regardless. We continue. Meny up the line. It's found Tuezon. Cuts it back. Almardi. Jamal Alander. There's the cross looking back post. Fortunately, it's a little bit long. No one there to do anything with it. Goal kick for Lake Hill. You can see the idea here. Jamal Alander likes his chances to try and find someone at the back post. Unfortunately, not quite at the range that anyone was able to deal with. Paris will send this out to midfield. Over everyone, actually. And Chen is now back on the pitch. Moves that forward. Peyton Whibley looking up here. Did they manage to in the corner? No, it's out for a goal kick. As we get this ball back into play here, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for the match this afternoon, Eagle Wing Tours and Malahat Skywalk. Thank you for sponsoring this John Jackson Cup final. Support of Vancouver Island soccer is always greatly appreciated. Richard sends that up. But, only as far as midfield and not able to keep it in play, which means he will get a throw in for Lakehill. Good arm of the spectator there. Long throw was looking for Gorman, was blocked. Elazari. Richard will clear it the rest of the way. Abba skips past one. Oh, it is poked forward! What a clever little play! And Lakehill have their second! It's a hopeful run and a clever ball to set up the finish. Lakehill are in dreamland right now, up 2-0 in the 51st minute. Let's take another look at this. This is wonderful stuff here. Cedric Abba, I've been saying this all of the first half. Watch the speed. It's a clever ball through, chipped up and over. Wonderful little finish there from Jonas Smith. And Jonas Smith has every right to be happy with that finish. Restarting the restart here. Jonas Smith set up by Cedric Abba. And this half couldn't have started any better for Lakehill. 51st minute goal for Jonas Smith. Puts the challengers in very good stead. That is Smith's third goal in this cup run. He actually leads the team in cup goals. He's found a way to do it again when it matters the most. Jamal Lander grabs that clearance, runs into the area, goes down. He's looking for a call there, doesn't get it. And then the foul in response from Whibley does. And the referee may come over and have a chat with everyone involved. And they will call for the trainer for this one. As Damien Jamal Lander went for a good sprint here. Lost his bearing, and you can see he came down a little bit hard on his side there. There wasn't really anything malicious in the challenge, though the fall was quite an awkward one as well. Referee indicating he will be adding this time on to the end here. So that would be an unfortunate loss for Vic West if they don't have Damien Jamal Lander to see this one out. See what the ultimate decision here. Trainer is taking a look at the neck area. Yeah, straight into the shoulder, possibly collarbone. I have to imagine that Jamal Lander should be all right to keep going. And indeed, he is back up on his feet, which is always a good sign. Let's take another look at the challenge here so we can see this for ourselves. It takes the one little move here to try and throw off his defender here. And again, there's nothing really in it there from Stefan Masaitis. It's pretty standard. He does have his hand on his defender, which is always dangerous, but he doesn't put anything into it. It's the fall itself is the real dangerous part. So we'll wait for the official word from the referee to re-enter the field of play. Looks like some substitutions are happening here for Vic West. Isaac Tate coming out, as is Javi Sagaste. So Vic West are really starting to juggle things around here as they look for a way back into this. Down 2 goals, not a position I think anyone would have predicted they would be in. Such is the magic of a cup run. The unexpected, the unpredictable, and the always enjoyable twists and turns. Amarty now. Nice little stutter step inside to throw Taylor. Wibley. Nice little cut inside. We thought he's found the substitute there. We thought he found Elo McDonald. Fortunately, no such joy. So McDonald up front, replaces essentially as a like-for-like sub for Tate positionally. We'll get into that attacking 3. We'll get to the other sub in just a moment here. So with Sagaste out, that'll be some more help needed in midfield. As charging in, dangerous charge there. Jamal Lander gets away from 2 tackles there, including Smith. Once again up against Mercedes. Skips 1, keeps his feet. Can't stay in the area though. Mercedes doing well to keep pace. Does that ball stay in play? No, it does not. Goal kick. So it turns out earlier I misspoke. I thought that 5 had left the field, not 15. Or 15 left the field, it was in fact 5. So Ibrahim Etzleni was the one who took the initial substitution, not Victor Chen from earlier. My apologies. So Chen and Pritchard remain a center-back duo. He was calling right there. You can see it the near side. Now he's got it. Stickwas built through midfield. Tempo picking up here. 7th minute. Still picking their spots though, which makes sense. West aren't going to abandon what got them this far as they go long. Wibley with the head to it, but unable to keep that in play. The other substitution that came in for Sagaste was, perhaps unsurprisingly, Paddy Nelson comes into this. Number 10 in black, Patrick Nelson, now on the pitch. So it is really the how many big guns can we throw out here for Vic West. That they have so many would give most teams pause. Apparently no one told Lake Hill. No one there in midfield. It's going to be a close battle like that for the rest of the game, you have to think. Pascal goes down under the challenge from Tuazon. And the referee sees something wrong in that, and it is called as a foul. Another look at this here is a handful of jersey might be the problem there. There's no real force in it, but unfortunately, tugging a jersey never tends to end well. Meanwhile, over by the subs area, Jarvis Grant will be coming off the pitch. I imagine this is more to give his legs a rest. He has been busy all game, trying to fend off the likes of Isaac Tate. And now with Tate having taken a rest, chance to make a sub in kind as Alessandro Boggio comes into this match. Balzari up against Abba and Gorman, gets away with it. Chen, far side, looking for many. Gonna go long again. They want either Almarty or Wibley. Unfortunately, slightly ahead of them. Taylor. Caskell in a deeper position here on the left, which makes sense considering all the dangers posed on that side. Jamal Lander, many. Crossed in and headed clear. Alzari gets there ahead of Gorman, ahead of Boggio. Checks off a bop. Nice little footwork there. Got a chance for many to do something on the far side. Get past Mercedes though. Strong header that time from Foster. Well, Gorman, that's a clumsy tackle from Gorman. Easy foul to call there. I believe you are required to at least offer token resistance when that foul is called against you. Otherwise, not really much to complain about there. West again building at their own pace through midfield. They go long. Found Whibley up against Taylor, who wins it. And they're trying to counter press here. He does make the block on the clearance. Nelson. Toison gets it back. Whibley turns. Nelson. And he will get a corner out of it. Fresh legs of Patrick Nelson, creating a ruckus in the box there. Elon McDonald there, one of the other subs, 27 in black. The offer here on this set piece. The corner comes in. Well read and cleared by Masitis. And the foul judged by the referee there as a leg lifting a little bit too long from Jonas Smith. Smith in the 51st minute so far stands as the insurance goal. And Gertson back to restart things here. And the free kick. Past the hour mark now. Lake Hill, Victorian Painters FC 2. Vic West FC 0. In their league campaign, Lake Hill finished 4th. One of the bottom half records for goals allowed. Tied for 6th most, or tied for 6th, I should say, in the table. Obviously, Vic West sitting up first with only 17 conceded, the 46 for Lake Hill. Again, 6th, tied for 6th, no less. You wouldn't know it now. Sitting 2 goals to the good, though it should be noted that while the 93 goals scored by Vic West was top of the Div 1 table by a considerable margin, the second place on 47 goals was Lake Hill. Interestingly, their league leading goal scorer, or leading goal scorer in their league campaign, Matthew Olaka, 13 goals to his name, not available for this match. And yet Lake Hill finding the way to get it done. Unable to get past Paris there. Shepherds the ball out of play so we can get his goal kick. And substitution set for Vic West here as out comes Almardi. Imagine this is a quick fitness break for him. Make sure the legs stay fresh into the latter parts of this match. And reinforcements have been brought in. In the form of number 19, Kalen Cook. As we mentioned earlier, a few goals to his credit in this league campaign. Bojo trying to turn the corner there, couldn't get past. That was well defended. McDonald helping out his defenders there with that one. But right back to the attack. Boggio. Baha's in the center, Gorman's the far side, and does manage to slip it through. It does skip past the challenge, but unfortunately rolls directly to Mitru, who will start the counter with a throw. Pritchard. Chen. Manny. Looking for that way up the wings again. 64th minute. You have to wonder at what point does urgency start to enter Vic West's vocabulary. They've been very patient in their build-up, but at some point, They need bodies at the net. Is this it? McDonald's header! Did very well to fight for that header to Elo McDonald. Unfortunately, not able to get it on target. Under decent defensive pressure as well. Good solid contact with that cross. There's Nelson with the delivery. And good positioning there by Daniel McCaskill, who's been sitting deeper as the left back here. Likely for that exact reason. Gorman not able to get a toe to that. And Pritchard will give it over to Chen. Back to Mitru. They're taking a chance there to kill a few extra seconds with the one-rushing press from Tuazon. And now we'll drop kick this to midfield. Jamal Lander heads that out of play. And Lake Hill thrown on this near side. Haskell not liking his options now. He sees something he likes. Jamal Lander was there. Long clearance. Goes to Foster. Nelson is right on his tail. Headed ball back to Paris. And forced the obligatory chase. And Cook forces eventually the keeper to pick up the ball. Lander, nice header there. Second ball won by Abba, who finds Baggio in space on the left. Cuts in, looking for the cross, cleared. Excellent clearance by Chen there. Good positioning, exactly where he needed to be to make sure that clearance or that cross didn't go any further. There's the throw in, Gorman. And looks like offside there on the return ball. Again, the initial throw in can't be offside, but the every point after that can be. Chen. He's got space to work with here as 4 or 5 black jerseys making an attacking line here. Alzari. Nice ball tap forward there from McDonald. Well, Lander, low cross. Don't think he meant for it to be exactly that low. Caskill does clear it. Baggio. Nice little back and forth there. Finds space. And he's got plenty of it to run. Opts to go with the early cross. Whether it was a cross turn shot or a shot turn cross, either way, it does force Mitru to play it. But Baggio showing some prowess there on this near side to dance his way into plenty of space. Speaking of getting into space, here comes Kalen Cook. Little cut back, but he can't make contact as Gertson on hand to avert danger. Caskill goes for midfield. Gorman out wide. Baggio. First time ball for Sugishima, who does as he has all match. Get in the way. Abba playing in Gorman. That's well recovered. Cohen Meni made sure that there was not going to be a clear run on goal to be had. Now thrown on this near side. Smith. Sugishima. Still with it. Kind deflection. Falls to McCaskill. Inside. Smith trying to turn. Tough ask though. Plenty of Vic West players around. McCaskill. Sugishima. Chests it down. Blocked. It's a good read on that cross. Alzari. Popped up. Nelson makes sure it doesn't go any further. Jamal Lander. Donald. Waits, then comes back. Meni. Good switch. Can they get another one here? That one actually did require a careful eye from Paris, as that would have been side netting if it had gone over, likely. Over the head of Gorman. Chen will help it back to Pritchard. In comes Abad, try and steal, but misses it. Meni. Vic West back in possession. Trying to control the game to their liking. But all that control in the world won't mean anything. Can't win the ball. And for a bit of a delay there was a foul. And that actually might be a booking for a BA for unsporting play. I think he believes that he fouled his opposing marker, but the referee is advising him that that would be an incorrect thing to think. And you can either interpret that as calm down or you get one warning, take your pick. Either way, it will be Vic West, the free kick outside the midfield circle. There is a sub queued up here for Vic West, it looks like. And the referee has noticed it. And it will be El Azari. Team El Azari will come out for this one. Reinforcements arrive in midfield. Popped up off the free kick and immediately out. I can't hate the idea there. Trying to use the space and pace and advantages that Vic West can muster. Foster challenging a little bit too harshly for the referee's liking against Pritchard. Meanwhile, Baggio actually might get booked for this, and he will. The argument there is that Baggio had no idea what he was doing, and the referee says, too bad, you had encroached. And so Baggio will go into the book at the 71st minute for encroachment. The restart here. And you'll watch, they'll put this down fairly quickly and get started. So the ball's down. Referee can see what's going on, and Baggio. It's definitely encroached. And the flag goes up for offside on the resulting play here for Vic West.
Where is he? No, this guy. This guy here. No, not yet. No. 13.
Big header there from Nelson. He wins it as well. And the foul. They'll take this quickly again. Here's that urgency that I was talking about. We were wondering when this was going to be in the Vic West game, and now it's really starting to show.
Oh, that was back.
How does Lake Hill cope with this up-tempo play now? Many up the side. That's a turn there from Tate, who came back in. And that's a clear foul to give, and that actually will be a yellow. Sugashima had been warned multiple times. In the 73rd minute, Sugashima will go into the book for the foul on Isaac Tate, who's returned to the match. He was the person subbed in, I should have mentioned. That's a pretty simple call there. Sugashima with the yellow joins Baggio in the book. What can Vic West do from this set piece? It's not impossible to get a good scoring chance out of this. He's on with the delivery. Oh, it's a good delivery too, and a little flick header goes in! That's the first! They need one more to get to extra time at least, but that's how you start. A lovely delivery from the set piece. This was absolutely textbook from Dorian Tuezon. As the green smoke finally get a chance to deploy from behind the net. This is an excellent delivery, and then the little flick header. It's a lovely little jump. It's Pritchard who gets his touch to it. Daniel Pritchard, the center back. And we are suddenly back within one, and here comes Vic West. So how does Lake Hill keep their nerve here? Pritchard with a little glancing header. On the cross from Tuezon, the free kick from Tuezon, I should say. Baggio does well to skip past the challenge of McDonald there. The cross was for one of maybe Gorman or Smith perhaps, but regardless, Mitro didn't even need to play it. And it is cleared. Foster. Intercepted. And Menu should be winning this, and he does. Here's Pritchard, the goal scorer. Imperious center back in this game. And he's rewarded on the offensive side with the goal. .15 minutes to go in this one, plus whatever the referee sees to add on. Blocked by Abba. And McCaskill starts the counter. Unfortunately, it's beyond him, and Abba said, why didn't you send that wide? I had space out wide. Regardless, it's Vic West now the other way. Donald and Meny linking up there. And now charging on the inside run here. Oh, flipped and brought down is Tate, using his speed. Speed kills, and that was certainly the case here as Tate, at that pace, it doesn't take much to bring a player down when they're at full flight. Makes contact with the Lake Hill midfielder. Sliding in there, it's a pretty clear foul there. Unless you get all ball, they're going to call that every day. It is only a foul, though, no card assessed. It was Gertson who, I said midfield, that actually might have been either Gertson or Gorman, who are a defender and striker, respectively. They've already scored this once. This one's closer. Oh, referee sees some jostling that he doesn't like from the mix of players there, and he will call forward two of them to say, sort it out. Donald is the player there for Vic West, and Taylor the other one for Lake Hill. Nothing further comes of that. And now Twizon with the delivery. Pops it up, once back post for Nelson, diving header! Are you kidding me, Patrick Nelson? That's uncalled for. Unbelievable. You think you've seen everything Patty Nelson has to offer, and then he just shows up in a cup final like it's no big deal. Patty Nelson in the 77th minute with a diving header. Off the turf and in. You can't stop him. You just can't. Patrick Nelson shows why. It is now level at 2. That's the second assist. Those are both set-piece goals. Both from dead ball situations. And Twizon has himself a pair of assists. 3 minutes apart, those goals. Well, Boggio skips past his challenge and gets a cross in. Lake Hill. They're now level again. And there will be, advantage was played. Boggio was initially thinking there was going to be no foul. The referee's coming over to say, watch yourself, there was advantage being called there. And now everyone has an opinion on this. First it was Twizon and Pritchard flicking the header to get the first goal. Then Twizon delivers again. Nelson with the diving header. Off the turf and over Jared Paris to get us level to 2. Now Lake Hill's turn from a dangerous position to start up a set piece. Angle is slightly tighter, whereas Twizon had delivered from a little bit further back towards midfield. I don't think there'll be too many complaints here from Jonah Smith as he gets ready to deliver this one. They go low. Oh, they were looking for the near post flick on there. Not a bad idea. They're going to get there. Meanwhile, clip on the defense there is Nelson. Clips his man who takes a tumble. As over went Masitis. And it'll be a foul and only a foul. No card being shown here. Can't imagine Nelson gets too many more of those, though, as he comes in and he catches them with it's a very lazy foot. You can argue it's a tactical foul if you want, but regardless. Actually, honestly, considering how lackadaisical that was, I'm surprised Nelson didn't get carded for that, but regardless, he didn't. First ball is cleared. Mr. Wibley, not Nelson, who made the initial tackle. Speaking of, there goes Wibley. Wibley on the run. He's got Tate ahead of him, but waiting for it is Gertson. In my defense, 11 and 10 are numbers very close to one another. Anyone could make that mistake. Anyway, Chen sends it out wide. There's the cross back post. Oh, and there's going to be a shout penalty, and it's given. It's almost the same spot as the one that Gorman scored from in the first half, where Al-Azhari fouled Foster. Now the favor has been returned, as over goes Nelson in the box after contact with McCaskill. It's just off the side of the frame there, but there was the argument there is that Nelson went over too easily. But I mean, you make contact in the box at full speed, things will happen. I mentioned that earlier, and it's happened here. Well, wouldn't this be quite the comeback? From down 2 goals, Tuazon's actually going to step up for this. He's already got 2 assists. Is he going to add a goal? Wibley was the one set to take it. Now the set piece specialist steps forward. Dorian Tuazon against Jared Paris. And he gets it! Vic West have come back from 2 down to lead 3-2 in the 82nd minute. The penalty from Tuazon in the 81st. Putting them in the lead, a place it took them 81 minutes to get to. Lake Hill staked a 2-0 lead. And Vic West, with the kind of ferocity that you knew they were capable of, picked their moments, got 2 set-piece goals and a third one now. Penalty is as much as a set piece as anything else. And all 3 of those goals delivered by Dorian Tuazon, assisted on the Daniel Pritchard goal, assisted on the Patrick Nelson goal, and now scores it himself. Well, if you wanted to hand out player of the match honors, if this scoreline holds, I think we found our winner. Abba takes his shot. Oh, he tested Mitro there. It wasn't on target. But a quick turn and release from Cedric Abba. That had all kinds of menace behind it. Just look at this. This is from nothing, and it's a deviously curling shot. Mitro is diving for it. You can make the argument he would have been there, but still, that pace and that curl to it. If Ba hits the target, that might be past Mitro's fingers, and suddenly we're back at level. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. But now Ba will try again. Shoulders off his marker there, as Damien Jamal Lander makes life a little bit more difficult for Cedric Abba, and it'll be a corner. 83rd minute. Lake Hill have gone from being up 2-0 to down 3-2. Have they used up all their cup magic? Is there anything left to try and get a draw? Send this to extra time or maybe more. Here's the delivery, near post, cleared. They'll get a second ball out of this. Caskell looks. It's beside us. Up to Smith. Goes low again, but at that pace it was easily read and cleared. That time by Pritchard. Now crossed again by Smith. Comes off of a defender. Actually came off of Jamal Lander there. And falls. I did miss a substitution in all of that. Tyler Milton, 4 in red, came into the play. But meanwhile, at the other end of the pitch, another attack from Vic West. This one shouldered away. And cleared to midfield. And now Vic West's ability to play calm, cool possession soccer What an excellent style to play when you're up by a goal. Perhaps a little bit nerve-wracking when you're down by 2, but up by 1. This is where you begin to put your foot down and try to hold on to this game. With that, though, they will have to try and stop Lake Hill's counterattack, which has been fairly good. Tate, nice little stutter step there, puts it low. Well read by Paris. Long ball out wide. Again, it's a Ba trying to make something happen. But, Many might have a few words about that. And again, I'm going to stop there for just a second. As Nelson, I think, might have he might take a little cut or something, because he was immediately ordered off the field. Yes, he did. Blood is drawn, has to be dealt with before the referee will let you back onto the pitch. So they'll take care of that. And in the meantime, it looks like a substitution queued up here immediately during the stoppage in play. And it'll be Craig Gorman coming off. As Lake Hill goes to their own roster, try and find the way through. And that will be number 19, Chris Puriboom, coming in. Puriboom immediately goes to the front of the line as a target forward, popped up, and bowls over his defender behind the play, in so much as you can be behind the play while in front of it, but I digress. Still Lake Hill threatening here. Taylor. From distance, off the crossbar. Well, you have to try at this point, don't you? Anywhere on the pitch is as good as any to try and find that equalizing goal. And to be fair, that would have been sensational had that picked the top corner. But instead, wrong side of the bar. And we stay at 3-2 Vic West. Mitru will take every bit of second that he can be afforded, and this will be likely his one and only warning, as there's the yellow card for time wasting in the 87th minute. So Mitru sees himself booked for that. Argument being that win the game, it's worth the yellow. But Mitru finds himself booked. Going long. Gets the flicked header from Cook. It's Tate trying to get around multiple Reeses at the back there, Gertson and Foster. Cask will actually make that. Reese Foster had gone forward on the play in anticipation of the long ball arriving, which it did. A nice little chip forward there, attempt by Puriboom, but couldn't get past the defender. And now on the counter, here's where Vic West can unleash all of their talent. Kaylin Cook. Little stutter step, plays it back. Nelson out wide, Many. Pops it up. Calmly cleared away by Milton. And after that little tumble in midfield by Nelson, there was a brief moment, a ball crashes into his man, and there a foul will be called. Actually, no, they will give that as a throw-in. I misread the whistle there. That was the howls were of a protest that there wasn't a call. Paris jostling here at the back. It's Puriboom. And Pritchard going after that one. Foul called, though. As Tuezon tries to plead his teammate's case there. As does Jamal Lander. The referee is insistent that that was a foul. And look who's coming back in to see this game out. As you can see here, there is the knockover. So that's the assessment of the referee. That was unfair. But as I was saying, look who's set to come back into this match. Vic West wanting to see this thing out. And why not bring back in Salem Almarty to make things extra lethal on that side of the pitch. And coming out, Damien Jamal Olander. Busy afternoon on the pitch for Jamal Olander.
6 out.
But first, the set piece. Abba pops it up high, looking for the flick at the back post, but it's out of play. And ironic jeers being offered from the Vic West supporters section. 20 seconds left in regular time. Oh, I take that back. They had similar hairstyles, but those are definitely different numbers. No, they brought out Jamal Leonard, replaced with this Letney. Ibrahim as Letney comes back in, which makes a lot more sense. Bringing a defensively responsible assignment rather than bringing in Almardi. I was admiring the gusto there for the counterattack, but having a defender on makes a lot more sense. Wibley in tight quarters there, keeps the ball alive and in play. And he'll win a throw in deep as well. Wibley doing exactly what you want your forwards to do. In the latter stages of the game, there will be a sub here. And that looks like McCaskill, I believe. Yes, McCaskill coming out for this one. And Sugishima comes back in. Meanwhile, Paris has to stay sharp on this one. We're into stoppage time. Last chance saloon. Have Vic West secured 4 in a row. Their 26th cup in 2026. Or can Lake Hill manufacture one last bit of magic here to make this tie go a little bit longer? Abba looks long. Bojo was there, but so was Many. And Nelson, no nonsense there, just gets rid of it. No indication of how many minutes were added on for stoppages. So instead, it's you need to score from Lake Hill. No matter how much time is left, you get the ball on the other end, and this is not the end they want to be in. As Isaac Tate goes for a run. Wibley. Cook to end it! Kalen Cook with the exclamation point. And that surely has the cup in the hands of Vic West. It was always going to be problems for Lake Hill if Vic West got their counterattack working. Throwing numbers forward, you leave yourself vulnerable to this. And Wibley with a lovely ball up the middle. Cook gets past charging defenders and goalkeeper. And that may very well be it. Wibley with the assist, Cook with the goal. Cook adding to his tally in this cup run. As we get restarted. Unclear how much time there is. Cook's 4th goal in the cup run. The 4th goal on the day for Vic West. Abba for pace goes out wide. And that will be Lake Hill ball. No, it will be. The assistant referee was overruled by the central referee, but still won back by Lake Hill. Smith crosses, cleared. Pritchard on the spot there to make sure. And now everybody but the goalkeeper forward for this one. And even then, Paris is sitting at the midfield circle. They need 2 of the fastest goals they've ever scored. Do Lake Hill. Abba with the header. Wide. That is the guy you want. Tall target forward on those high floated crosses. But it looks like he might be cramping up after all the effort here. As I think it's And that is Abba, who is down. Being given all the best medical care his teammates can provide, given the circumstances. Don't know that this will necessarily give them the extra time they need to try and find that equalizer, or the two they need to equalize, do Lake Hill. At least referee allowing the match to continue. Mitru, who is already carded, can't time waste too much here. And check of the watch from the referee. Mitru goes long. Flick header. Stopped by Gertson. Oh, but he loses it. One back, though, by McCaskill. By Masitis make it. Oh, foul actually conceded there. Masitis did enough to keep possession. No time wasted here as they go long. Many knocks it out. Ball immediately in position for the throw. Smith. It's past Foster. Back came Peerboom to try and help that. Foster again. Milton was there too, and actually that will be a foul. And it will be a card shown. It's a yellow card in the 90+ 6th minute. I believe that went to Isletny, and it did indeed. So Isletny gets himself booked in the 90+ 6. Which means Lake Hill get a must-score set piece if we want this match to really get interesting. Again, unclear how much time remains after this set piece. Even if Lake Hill score it, there may not be enough time. But don't tell Lake Hill that. They scored twice to open this. And then Vic West responded with 4. What can they do here? Smith with the delivery over the net. Ambitious from Smith to go direct for goal. He had pace. Off target, though. And you have to think that needed to go in. Mitru will go long, get this as far away from his goal as he possibly can. Wibley jumps for it, misses. Gertson got the better of him there and has the ball. Wibley continues to press. No reason not to at this point. Keep the ball as far away from your own net as possible. Masitis up the line. Many intercepts, but one right back. Abba back to goal. Up against Isletny. Turning. And forward it goes. A little touch there, and referee's fine with that one. And that is it! Down 2 goals to finish up by 2. Vic West win their 4th Sir John Jackson Cup in a row, their 26th all-time, 4-2 over Lake Hill Victoria Painters FC. It's a double winning season, or rather at least 2, there might be a third, but at least 2 trophies this season for Vic West. They have the Div 1 league title, they have the Sir John Jackson Cup, and yet another mark in the history of this club. Four cups in a row in the 2020s for Vic West, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And here's how they did it. Didn't start off all that positively for Vic West. Penalty conceded. And converted. Craig Gorman, Scorin' Gorman does what he does. And you might think, okay, this is going to be an interesting match, and you would be right, but not for the reasons you think. Chris Ava there, for his chance, and after the halftime pep talk, Lake Hill came out feeling pretty good. They even got a second. Abba setting up a lovely second goal on a hard-charging run by Jonas Smith. But then, Vic West, as they tend to do, found a way back into this match. Off of a foul. A card-worthy foul, actually, from Sugishima. Twazon's long delivery flicked in by Daniel Pritchard. And that wasn't it. Another set piece, a diving header bouncing off the turf and over from Patrick Nelson, and now we're level at 2. And then a penalty in the box, won by Nelson, converted by Twazon. 3 goal interactions, 2 assists, 1 goal for the midfielder. An absolutely stellar cup final performance. Abad tried to get Lake Hill back within 1. But then Caitlin Cook ices it. That's his 4th goal of the campaign, the 4th goal for Vic West. And your 2026 Sir John Jackson Cup champs are Vic West FC. My name is Richard. Thank you so much for watching the finals of the Vancouver Island Soccer League's Cup Finals weekend. Until next time, thank you for watching.
You want the most out of life and realize what you're looking for